Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Patch 3.18 is now 18 days away. At this point, 18 days out from patches 3.17 and 3.16, we'd had a little bit of information as to what was coming in the new league. We'd had a couple of divination cards, we'd had things like uniques being spoiled. That hasn't happened this time, but there is some important news today. I'm going to start with the announcement of the livestream Twitch drops, which is a way that you can get yourself the Rapture Wings MTX for free. So all you'll need to do is watch 45 minutes of Twitch related to Path of Exile during a specific promotional window, which is coinciding with the official live stream announcement, where Path of Exile's official Twitch account will be broadcasting a whole bunch of information about the new content that's coming out. That's something that most enfranchised players watch anyway, even without the free wings, but the wings are a little bit of a bonus. If you're interested in making sure that you've got them, check out the official announcement, and I'll put a link to that. And also go to your Twitch, go to your Path of Exile account, pathofexile.com/my account/Twitch, and make sure that you are linked, your Twitch account and your Path of Exile account are linked. If you are, then this link, which is down in the description below, will show you your Path of Exile account is currently eligible to participate in Twitch drops. If it's not eligible for some reason, it will give you some information on what you need to do to fix that. So that's the first piece of news. The second piece of news, though, is something that's much easier to miss because it took place solely on Reddit. Someone posted a thread. Now, there was an image with this that I won't post for YouTube community guidelines reasons. The thread was entitled 318 Nerf Prediction. So the image showed a character that was wearing an item being executed. But then down in the discussion below, something really interesting happened. Bex from Grinding Gear Games said, "Nothing mentioned in this thread so far has been nerfed." And this came after a lot of heavy-hitting items had been mentioned. So we had Crystallized Omniscience, Ashes of the Stars, Lightning Strike. Then we had, after that, a couple of other things as well. We had Glacial Hammer being mentioned, Eater of Worlds, Alter Nodes were mentioned, Vis Mortis was mentioned, Skeleton Mages were mentioned, Necromancer was mentioned, and Molten Strike and Cyclone. There's a common meme on the Path of Exile subreddit to mention Molten Strike and Glacial Hammer getting nerfed all the time. So those got mentioned. And then there's Detonate Dead was mentioned as well, and Nightblade support. So a lot of different things. Of those, the ones that I thought were reasonably likely to be in line for a nerf. I thought that Crystallized Omniscience was definitely going to get nerfed, not just a small nerf either, but a gutting. With Crystallized Omniscience seeming not to be getting nerfed in 3.18, I think we're already going to know. Like, when day one happens, we already know what the best builds of the league are going to be. Nightblade support not being nerfed is somewhat of a surprise. I'm less surprised about Ashes of the Stars. It's a good amulet, it's a really good one, but it seems like it's the sort of thing that's in a good spot where it's a general all-round item that's not particularly broken or anything. It's better than a good rare, but not as good as a great rare. And I think that's a good spot for a unique item to be in. Whereas Crystallized Omniscience is so much better than the best possible rares that could exist for its builds that it's, it renders crafting of those items completely irrelevant. Now, one thing that's important is that we don't know what changes there'll be to item rarity. So these items could be very rare, and it could well be that Crystallized Omniscience ends up being as rare as the Savior has been. And I believe the Savior to have been in the many dozens of Exalts range for quite some time when it was really good. And that's really all there is today. I'm very surprised to see this information about not having nerfs, but we will see how it plays out in practice. May Evolobs have interesting results, and I will see you around. I will be going to daily videos if there's enough news to justify it, and if there's not, then there'll be more ad hoc this week.